Hey, welcome back to another edition of Gray Hair and Tattoos. My name is Lonnie, and by popular demand, I am going to give you my tips on how you can find your perfect tattoo artist. So be sure to like and follow, and let's go. I've been getting tattooed now for over 28 years, and I have to tell you, my tattoo artists, I am so fortunate to have them in my life and have them being the ones who are actually tattooing my skin. But you're out there and you're like, great, Lonnie, I'm happy for you, but how do I find that? Well, here are my tips on how you can find that. And whenever I do videos like this, I do these videos out of a place of like motherly advice. This is the same advice I give my sons. Consider this your tattooed mom advice. Here are the steps that I think you need to do in order to find your perfect tattoo artist. I recently did a video on how to design your tattoo. The things that you need to do, the steps you need to take in order to have a tattoo that you really want, that you're gonna love forever. Part of that is figuring out what kind of style tattoo you want. If you want a watercolor tattoo, new school, old school, it doesn't matter. What you need to do, you need to start your search for a tattoo artist that is good in the type of tattoo you want. It's really unfair to ask for a realism tattoo from an artist who specializes in watercolors. You're making it harder than you need to right from the start. Figure out what kind of tattoo you want and then narrow your search in for that particular artist. So you know what style tattoo you want. Now the fun begins. Now you have to start finding the person who's going to be perfect for you. And I always recommend just ask your friends. We love to talk about our tattoos. Anytime somebody's like, who do you recommend for this style? I'm like, ooh, I know. Go to Brian, go to Austin. So ask your friends. None of your friends have tattoos, or none of your friends have anybody that they would recommend. I say try social media. You know, put a post out there, put a post on Instagram, or do a TikTok, do something, but just be like, hey, I'm looking for an artist in this area to do this type of tattoo. Do you have any referrals? And it works. Trust me, it works, because that's how I found Austin Maples. If you're out there and you're like, ooh, I don't want to show my face, pull up some images off of Pinterest, just some different pictures, turn it into like a photo reel. You can go on social media without showing your face. Just be a little bit creative, put it out on social media, get your referrals. My favorite is if you're in the grocery store and you see somebody with a really cool tattoo, like what you're looking for, the kind of style, just go up and ask them. Ask them, stop them. Just be like, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I love your tattoo. Who did that? Can I have their information? You will get a lot of good referrals by doing that. So you ask a friend and they're like, I've got the perfect artist for you. What you need to do is you actually need to make an appointment and just go in and sit down and talk to them. Now, a lot of times people get really intimidated about going into shops and talking to artists. And I totally get that. Trust me, I have been getting tattooed for what, like I said, 28 years. You can take one look at me and you know that I am heavily tattooed. I can walk into a shop and it's like a pin drops. I feel like I am the new kid at school halfway through the year. Everybody stops, is like, so I know how intimidating it can be going into a shop and talking to an artist. So I came up with 5 questions I want you to ask the artist when you go in and talk to them about your next tattoo, and see if you have the right energy with the artist. Show them your tattoo idea. See what their reaction is. If their reaction is like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, you know that they're gonna really totally be into giving you that tattoo. If they look at it and are like, I don't really like it, but I'll tattoo it on you, it might not be the best fit. So look and see what their reaction is to your tattoo idea. Ask them about placement. Just be like, I'm thinking about putting it right here on my shoulder, but what do you think? If they look at you and they're like, yeah, no, that's perfect, it will look great. Or if they look at you and they're like, no, it might look better on a bigger surface, so how about if we move it to your thigh? Both of those are perfectly okay. If they look at it and they're like, I don't care, it's your body, it's your tattoo, you put it wherever you want. Again, you might want to just keep looking for a different tattoo artist. You want somebody invested in the tattoo, and you want somebody to give you their honest, professional opinion. Very important. Straight up ask them about their pricing. Is it per hour? Is it per tattoo? You don't want to go in thinking one thing and have it be another. And you also too, you don't want to be like, what's your hourly rate? And then have somebody be like, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out at that time. No, it needs to be disclosed straight up. So get your pricing out of the way, make sure you're comfortable with their pricing, and then we're going to move on to step number 4. Step number 4 is pretty easy. Just ask them how they want to get paid. You want to get that out of the way. Last thing you want to do is go in there thinking that you can Venmo them and they're like, no, it's cash only. It just kind of gives them the reassurance that you're thinking ahead of getting the tattoo and that you're actually going to want to pay them. It will put your mind at ease, and also too, it encourages them to know that they're going to get paid. Number 5, ask them about the aftercare. What are they going to suggest for the aftercare of their tattoo? If they say, you know what, I'm going to give you some Sanoderm to take home, you'll be fine. Great, perfect answer. If they say, you know what, just use some fragrance-free soap and lotion it up, great, perfect answer. If they look at you and are like, I don't care, do whatever you want to do, you know what, it's not such a perfect answer. Because I am under the belief that any artist who puts the time and the effort and energy to put a tattoo on you, they want their tattoo to heal properly. They want their work to shine for years and decades to come because they're going to be proud of their work. If they don't care how it heals, they're not going to care about what it looks like in the long run. And then to me, this is just my opinion, but that means that they just don't care about their work. And if they don't care about their work, how much effort and energy are they going to put into your tattoo? That's just my opinion, but I think that's a really, really important question. So you talk to the artist, all your questions have been answered, and you're feeling really good. Here's the power of social media. I want you to follow them on every single social media channel they have. And the reason is because you're really going to get to learn to know about the artist. And the reason I say that is because I've seen artists out there that I'm like, oh my gosh, I want them to tattoo me so bad. And then I follow them on social media and I'm like, gosh, yeah, no, that's kind of cringy. No, that's not cool. And all of a sudden I'm getting to know the person, and that person is somebody I wouldn't be comfortable with having tattoo me or hanging out with for 4 hours. And most likely, chances are that person is looking at me going, she's pretty cringy, I wouldn't be comfortable hanging out with her. It's called connecting your energy. And what you want to do is you want to find somebody who matches your energy because you want it to be a good experience. Not only do you want to have a beautiful tattoo, but you want those next 4 hours, you want that next 5 hours to be a pleasurable experience, because every time you look down at that tattoo, you're going to think of that experience and you want it to be a good one. Keep an eye on the work that they're posting. Make sure you like their work over and over and over again. So with social media, you can connect with them kind of on a personal level, and you can also keep an eye on their work. If you like both of them, you're on a really good path to finding your artist. Another important tip, and this is probably the hardest one, is but be prepared to wait. be prepared to wait for your tattoo. Really good artists are very hard to get into. Brian is probably 6 months out and he's moving to Chicago. So I'm gonna have to fly to Chicago to get tattooed. And Austin, his books are closed indefinitely. I have no idea when I'm getting back into him. I will get another Austin Maples tattoo, but it's gonna depend on him and when he opens his books back up. Now, I'm not saying you have to fly to Chicago or just not know when you're gonna get your appointment, but a lot of artists, a lot of really good artists are 4 to 6 months out. Once you've connected with somebody and you're confident in their ability, put your deposit down and wait for your tattoo. It's gonna be worth it. I know how hard it is to wait. I know personally, I have no appointments on the books with anybody. I got over 12 tattoos in 1 year last year. I don't have any appointments, but I'm okay to wait. I'm okay to wait because what I put on my body is going to be something that I'm going to be proud of. The last thing I want to talk to you about is when you're starting this adventure of finding your artist, remember how important you are. It's about you. It's about your body and it's about your experience. You deserve to have a great experience and you deserve to find the artist that fits you. So if it takes you a while, if you don't mesh with the first artist that you talk to, if you walk in and you're like, no, this just isn't working, turn around and walk out. So until next time, don't forget to like and follow for more great content. Do you like that? I feel like a stewardess in a plane. I'm like, and be sure to like and follow, exit that way, for more great content. All right, everybody, I will see you on the next video. One more piece of mom advice, because I just thought of this one and I want you all to listen to this. If you are to that point where you picked your artist and you think it's going to be great and you're sitting in the chair and they put the stencil on and you don't like it, speak up. Tell them, I don't like it. It needs to be changed. If they won't listen to you, you gotta leave. Mom advice 101, and I'm telling you right now, if somebody's not willing to change up what you don't like, you have to speak up. If they're like, I'll change it while I'm tattooing, no. You make sure 100% that you like that stencil that's on your body before that tattooing starts. Mom tattooing advice, and I'm telling you right now, if that happens to you, you gotta stop and then find somebody else. That's it. Ha! Can you tell how I can you tell how like mama bear I am when it comes to something like this? But I just know a lot of you out there don't have parents who are heavily tattooed and you don't have anybody to be like, no, that's not okay. Don't feel intimidated, speak up, and make sure you find the right artist that's perfect for you.